I'm a responsible parent. Every word that I speak goes out there, creates a digital footprint, and it will be there forever. My child will watch when he grows up. So everything that
Yes.
is not jo hoga jaisa hoga.
So, hello, dosto. Welcome to IWMBuzz. This is your host, Shubhajit. We are going to be talking about this lovely show called Lockup. नया कॉन्सेप्ट है, नए लोग हैं, इंटरेस्टिंग फॉर्मेट है, इंटरेस्टिंग होस्ट है, इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्टेस्टेंट्स है, and I have with me the lovely Nisha Rawal over here. She's going to be locked up inside that jail. She's going to be having a blast without the basic necessities. Excited ho aap, nervous ho, going with the flow. What is the state of mind to begin with?
तीनों ही जो आपने सवाल पूछे बिल्कुल ही तीनों ही है. थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी शुभजीत एंड
Yeah.
absolutely excited, nervous. It's an amalgamation of all these feelings together, but I'm
Yeah.
more excited than nervous, I guess. I think the nervousness might build up, as and when I get closer to the date of going in the lockup. But I'm absolutely excited on a serious note because this
Yeah.
show is a benchmark on the OTT,
Mm.
crowd. I think that this is going to take OTT to another level because the best
Mm.
thing is it's got metaverse and the whole
Yes.
world is moving towards metaverse, and it's going to be such an engaging
Mm.
experience for the audience. They're going to be getting a part in the show, like like they'll be so involved, they'll get to choose their favorite contestants, they'll also get to be the khabri, and it's a never seen before and never heard before concept. And when all Balaji, when Ekta Kapoor makes a concept like that, obviously she's not going to leave any stone unturned. And this is going to be historic because this will be a first. It's the
Yeah.
first Indian
Yeah.
show, at
Yeah.
this season one. And I'm the first
Yeah.
contestant. That itself,
Yes.
that I've already become a part of the history because season one first contestant, sabko yaad hai.
Yes.
Right? Na aa jaye.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, anything first of anything is always nice and pleasant. So if you're the first over here, then kudos to that as well. But मुझे एक चीज बताइए, you mentioned this interesting point that Ekta Kapoor is there. You have someone like Kangana Ranaut as host. So when this thing was approached, आपको ये जब approach किया गया था, was that Ekta Kapoor factor all the way more interesting and exciting, या फिर ये जो concept है कि basic necessities हटा लिया जाता है, so it's gonna test your resilience, it's gonna test your patience. ये जो था वो ज्यादा एक्साइटिंग था, क्या था?
डेफिनेटली एकता कपूर, बिकॉज होता ये है कि स्टोरीज तो बहुत लोग बनाना चाहते हैं, बट जैसा
Yes,
हम सोचते हैं और जैसा वो क्रिएट हो जाता है और फिर किस प्लेटफॉर्म पे वो
important point.
जाता है और कौन वो कंसीव करता है, ये सब चीजें मैटर करती है टू अ प्रोफेशनल लाइक मी. ऑब्वियसली इफ आई
Yeah,
चूज अ प्लेटफॉर्म, अ शो लाइक दैट, आई वुड हैव नेवर पिक्ड इट अप इफ इट वाज नॉट for giants like Ekta Kapoor or Balaji or MX Player and Endemol, because you don't know how you will be projected, where the platform will reach. We're talking about MX Player that has become
yes,
like 1 billion downloads, which is second to YouTube. That's big. I mean, it
yes,
doesn't.
humongous.
Absolutely. And I mean,
Yeah,
better than an old Balaji, Ekta Kapoor to bring this concept to India, and then a meta angle to it, and then a host like Kangna Ranaut, who's fearless,
yeah,
who talks her mind, who's not afraid to stand up. She's got the courage and she's got it all, that it takes to be in a host. And
yeah,
angles, but like I said, that concepts to bahut bante hain, but to
yeah,
believe in somebody who will take that concept through like it was narrated to you requires a successful, a big, an expert name. And I don't think that
yeah.
I know of a bigger name than Ekta Kapoor who could have carried it on her shoulders. So absolutely, I mean, it was a concept as well as the makers of it.
मुझे आफ्टर हियरिंग योर पॉइंट मुझे वो एक डायलॉग याद आ गया, आई थिंक कोई फिल्म का था, कि फिल्में तो बहुत बनती है लेकिन असली फिल्म वही होता है जो रिलीज होता है. सो आई थिंक दैट्स एग्जैक्टली द थिंग, यू हैव टू रिलीज इट इन अ प्रॉपर प्लेटफॉर्म इन ऑर्डर टू गेट थिंग्स गोइंग. बट मुझे ये बताइए, कि आर यू समवन हु हैज एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम द शो इन टर्म्स ऑफ your what you are going through, like do you want to train yourself as a better human being, या फिर as somebody who is lot more patient with life, ये सब एक्सपेक्टेशंस लेके आप जा रहे हो, या फिर जस्ट मजे करने, एंजॉय करने, जो होगा देखा जाएगा, विद दिस काइंड ऑफ अ माइंडसेट?
No, it's a good question. जो होगा देखा जाएगा, मजे करने तो मैं बिल्कुल नहीं जा रही हूँ because I'm a busy person and I don't have time
Yeah,
for होगा जैसा होगा. ना ही मैं उस जिंदगी के उस दौर पे हूँ जहाँ पे जो भी होगा
yeah.
जैसा होगा देखा जाए. I have
Mm,
I'm a responsible parent. Every word that I speak goes out there, creates
true.
a digital footprint, and it will be there forever.
Mm,
My child will watch when he grows up. So everything that
yes.
is not जो होगा जैसा होगा, वो कुछ situations में ठीक होता है. ऐसे सिचुएशन में बोलना that I will be strong, I will take up challenges on their face, फिर जो होगा देखा जाएगा, सब कुछ आप एक मेंटल प्रेपरेशन के साथ जाते हो, बिकॉज इट हैज टेकन अ लॉट फॉर मी टू कम टू दिस पोजीशन टू sign up for the show.
mm,
I don't take up any random stuff that is offered to me. I have, a backing of 21 years in the industry, and I've managed to create a name for myself and been involved with the top brands of the country and credible brands, and having done hundreds of ad campaigns, which is my main forte. So I have not just made my journey ki ऐसे ही हो गई है, right? और ना ही इसके लिए कोई strategy की जरूरत होती है.
true.
You have to be dedicated to your craft. You have to hone your skills. You have to learn from your mistakes, and you have to move on. That's the only thing. And you have to have the passion and the courage to wake up every day, to be sincere and give your craft your all. I think that is what is required in any profession. And that is
Mm,
the only way I'm going to think about this show too. It's a part of my profession. I'm there because I'm a public figure. There are
yes.
celebrities who are contestants. I was offered it because obviously a controversy happened in my life, but I was
Mm,
not signed for it because I had a controversy. After that, the makers made their own journey and I made my own. Correct? To be
yes.
to
Yes.
understand if I'm the correct candidate, and for me to be able to understand that are they the correct makers who will give me a platform that I'm looking for. So I believe
Mm.
a lot of things fall into the right place to be able for one thing to become successful, and this is one of those.
Touch wood, touch wood. Hopefully, everything that you say, it works out in your favor. But you mentioned this point, and I have to bring it out. Of course, 21 years of your career, professional life, a lot of good stuff, Ye Rishta and all that stuff, everything is good. But as a celebrity, you will always realize the fact that the audience will be interested in your personal life. Whatever happened in your personal life in 2021, that was out there. Uske baad, this is the first time you're coming out there in front of the audience. There will be a vulnerable side that people might be looking forward to. Are you personally thinking कि वो vulnerability दिखेगा because उस incident के बाद this is the first time you will be there all out in front of your audience, your fans, because उसके बाद maybe you have done interviews talking about that, maybe you have spoken about it, but all in out आपको लोग उसके बाद पहली बार इस समय देखेंगे. You're getting my point, right? So is there any sort of vulnerability, because at the end of the day, beyond the celebrity, you're a human being, you will have your own emotions as well. So do you have that kind of vulnerability going ahead in the show?
So, a couple of questions wrapped in one that you've asked me. I'd like to
Yeah.
deal with every aspect of this question. First is, you said 21 years behind me, Ye Rishta and all that. I didn't understand that part because I think there is a confusion there. I did not do Ye Rishta, my ex husband did. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so now I hope that's clear. The second thing,
Yeah.
yeah, the second part is where you said
Yeah.
that vulnerabilities and the episode that
Mm,
happened in my life last year.
mm,
I'm
yes.
a person who's not afraid to show my vulnerabilities. I think it's very
Mm,
human to have vulnerabilities. Why should we
mm,
show or project or have a facade that we're perfect,
yes.
everything is good, right? It's not good.
Mm,
And if
true.
everything was good, then life would not be a challenge. We would not wake up
Yes.
a better person every day. We become
Mm,
stronger every day because we face our challenges. And yes, it's
yes.
been challenging, and it was not easy for me to say yes to the show too, because I knew that there might be a situation where I might have to talk about.
Mm,
But again,
mm,
I want to let people know that not one controversy does not decide a person's fate, or it's not the defining
absolutely.
of my life. So I'm going to be there for 72 days with 15 other celebrity contestants in the face of so many challenges. One controversy is not what we're going to talk about every day. The controversy
Mm,
in my life, people already know about it. So I am there.
mm,
So I was saying that I'm the kind of person who's not afraid to show my vulnerabilities if they provide strength and inspiration to someone else. But I'm not
mm,
the kind of person who'll share my vulnerabilities just for kick's sake or for publicity's sake, because we all
mm,
know that, if this was for publicity, then I could have blown it out of proportion. But I just did one press conference. That too, I had to counter what the other person was saying. And I did
mm,
one exclusive Times of India interview. I haven't spoken about the incident since, because
mm,
I think I have better things to do than just to talk about my personal life so much where it has no purpose. If the
mm,
purpose is to inspire or to give direction to someone, to, maybe some people reach out, but they don't know who to reach out to, what to do, what's the first step. They don't know that. But when a person comes out in the open, especially a public figure, and does not hide what's happening in their lives, you show your vulnerabilities, and those vulnerabilities become other people's strength and provides you strength in return. So I believe that I'm not afraid, and I will say what needs to be said when it needs to be said, if it needs to be said.
I love that line when you say that, your vulnerability becomes someone else's strength. I think that is so true. All the best, Nisha. Thank you so much. Lovely talking to you. I hope that, people realize the true potential as a performing artist even more in this show. All the best for everything that you do in the future. Thank you so much. God bless.
Having me. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure. Bye. Take care.